I didn't see one new Pokemon or the one that's shiny. Yeah, there doesn't seem to be anything around.
I was looking at it. It's like Pokemon GO has become either Wales or New Zealand. There's just sheep everywhere.
Yeah.
Which is ridiculous considering the Comday Classic in a couple of weeks' time. They've obviously thought...
You love sheep, Milo. Stop pretending.
Sheeps. You mean? Sheeps.
I prefer barbecues. They're better, aren't they? Do you know what, though, Ian? Joking aside, I was talking to Lisa at the weekend, and I need to go to the barbers next weekend. How's that sound?
They use shears in your barbers, do they?
They're doing these rural barbers, Milo.
All right, we'll just clean the wool out of that. How short are you looking for?
Actually,
to be fair, it's quite close to Bristol, Milo, so it could be.
No, it is. It's West Country, so...
Yeah, definitely. We're not up north like you, Ian. You know, we're down here.
We're quite civilised in the Midlands here.
Oh, in the Midlands.
Is that a lie?
Ian's like, I'm not biting again. There's land above me and there's land below me, and I'm in the middle.
I'm landlocked. I'm all around me. I'm in the middle.
On this week's show, an early unexpected dose of STDs. The most unsurprising Comday release, the Pink Sheep returns, and the Game Lord strikes back. Welcome back to the Incensed podcast. The episode number is 144, and we've got the three amigos here. Ian Waterfall, Masterful27, and myself, Pogo Milo UK. Boys, how are you both doing on this fine Tuesday?
Surely you mean Chevy Chase, Steve Martin, and Martin Short?
Again, mere fetus here. I don't know what words just exited your mouth hole.
Ian, I thought he was going to say the Three Musketeers and go Athos, Porthos, and Aramis for a minute. Then
no, because that would make a certain ginger D'Artagnan. That's not happening now.
D'Artagnan or Dogtagnan?
Dogtagnan. I'm just referencing Francesco's been doing more AI generated photography.
Ooh.
Ian had a very bad dental reconstruction.
My mouth was just huge. It looked like I got really bad false teeth, and the hat didn't sit on my head.
Do you know what it reminded me of? Was the season 2 teaser of the Grand Tour. They said they needed to look more American, and they gave James and Jeremy the most ridiculous, enormous Tipex teeth. That's what it looked like in the photo.
Do I need to look more American? Do I?
That's the perk of being audio only.
Well, it might be down to your Cheeto loving, Ian, probably. That they probably think you should be more American because you love a Cheeto on your hands.
So AI driving. Has listened to that one episode.
And made me look like a pirate.
Yeah.
I haven't seen these photos, so Francesca, please share them with me because I'm intrigued to see what these look like.
Yeah, send them over.
So basically, in short, Francesco is feeding the AI monster that we're all trying to put in its box and keep away, but...
Yeah,
the thing is,
will be replaced.
Photoshop is now, it's got an AI generative sort of system built into it. And I've actually done some really good things with my thumbnails on. Not that you would know because I make it subtle, but you can tell it to do anything.
I've seen that.
Francesca could type into Photoshop, turn the people into pirates, and it will do that.
Because I've seen that. I've seen like a thing where it says you have like somebody stood in like Walpole Park, for example, and you could say, put a lake in there. And then you can have like a nice big lake put across it. And you go, put a castle in the background. The castle appears. Put bats flying in the sky and an amazing pink skyline. And it's so... Is it that easy?
Yeah, you literally just select the area and type what you want in, and it generates it.
Right, I need to start putting more effort into my thumbnails then. Well, what I mean by that is I need to get
with
easier.
AI.
As I say, my thumbnails, there's AI in every one, but you can't notice it because I actually take things away rather than put things in.
I mean, what I'd love you to do is like do a Mr. Beast thumbnail, like you like doing like Wooper Community, and you've got like laser beams flying around. You go, it just got real, and like you like and Whoop in the background with red eyes or something like that. That'd be quite cool. Could you do that?
I could, but it's not my style.
Me neither, but maybe I'm up for a rebrand. Who knows? Next year.
Pokemon and lasers.
Same content, different thumbnails. Anywho, Milo, how are you?
I'm good, man. I am all good. We should be having a pretty decent show, I think. And last week was good fun. I'm hoping this week follows that patter.
Oi, you dirty dogs. Drop your incense.
And if you bag something nice and shiny, make sure that you let us know via any of our socials. We've got X, we've got Instagram, we've got the Noise Campfire. the maybe not so noise threads.
Noise.
There's also an email, incensedpodcast@yahoo.com, which seems to have
Toit.
faded gracefully to the background. But definitely drop the hashtag shinies of the week.
Can you clarify the spelling?
We can certainly try. So first of all, you need the hashtag symbol, obviously.
Fair dinkum.
And then it's SHINIESOFTHEWEEK. Put that on your post. It will be a damn sight easier for us to locate your awesome catches, preferably while you're listening to the podcast, and also let us know which episode it was, because we know quite a few people working through the backlog.
Right, did you say awesome catches or autumn catches?
Awesome, but autumn would work okay if in the Northern Hemisphere.
Very good, like that.
Just about.
Noise.
Although autumn, it doesn't translate to America, is it? Because they got fall.
It's fall over there. Yeah.
Fall.
Oh.
Fall over.
Your fall catches.
And now, children, it's time for Getting to Know You with the Incensed podcast.
So, for this week's Getting to Know You question, I wanted to ask, and this is coming off the back of a very recent story of mine. So, what, if any, sensory triggers do you have? And I mean like sounds and touch. What sort of gives you an ick? What's a sound that you can't stand hearing, or what's a texture you can't stand to touch?
Interesting, Milo, because like there are certain touches that I don't mind, but in certain ways they do make me go a bit like that. So like if someone like just gently touches or brushes the bottom of my foot, do you know what I mean? And the arch of the foot, and it makes you go, oh, it's like that ticklish thing. But I'm not ticklish, but I don't like sponges. And you know the sponges that have got, you know, when you have like a bath sponge,
yes,
it's right when you've got it soaked up, lathered up with loads of soap on it and that. But when it gets to that point where it's like semi-dry, and you just feel it brush against your fingers, it always feels like it's a bit too.
So that's a bit icky. For you,
yeah, a little bit icky. Almost like, yeah, it's horrible. I don't like it. No,
that's fair enough. That's the thing, is these can be anything.
Yeah, because when it's, do you know what I mean? Like when a sponge is like got soap on it, like, it just glides, doesn't it, on your body? But when it gets to that point, it's like semi-dry, but it's still, it almost like drags across your skin. It just has that horrible.
It's tough rubber.
Yeah, it's not nice. But yeah, I'm weird like that. Come on, Ian, share us.
What about the Vasa?
This one got me stumped because I looked at your sort of prompt and I really couldn't think of anything. I don't know if it technically counts as a sensory trigger or not, but there are some foods that when I taste them just
that's sensory.
Make me gag. So
having stuff in your mouth.
Monkey shoulder.
Yeah. There are some textures of food that just make me.
Yeah.
Dumplings comes to mind. There's just something about the texture of a dumpling. It just makes.
It's rubbery, isn't it, Ian?
Yeah, it is. It's just like,
that's fair. That's fair enough.
So yeah. I gag with certain things in my mouth.
As do most of us, Ian.
And we will not be isolating this. Mark's gone for touch. Ian has gone for taste. And I'm going to go for audio, hearing. Because for me, I've got two things. And it's only recently I've realised it properly. Is I don't like the sound that balloons make when they touch them.
that staticky...
The staticky squeak.
Yeah.
And when they rub together and all of that. That really freaks me out, and it actually gives me shivers. It's horrid.
It's not a pleasant sound, is it?
No, it's not
nice. But another one is the polystyrene like stuff that TVs and things
that
come in.
That doesn't bother me, but
that sound, the sound when it rubs against another piece of it, or when it snaps and that sort of thing, that really freaks me out. I don't know whether it's the pitch or the actual tone of it and that sort of thing, but I know that's not actually an isolated one. I know there are quite a few other people who have that.
When you said sound, I thought you were going to go to something along with our podcast edits.
No, not the Angry Gerbil. We love the Angry Gerbil. We do love the Angry Gerbil.
Well, Ian, you see, Milo's got young ears, you see, so he can, the different tones that he can pick up at his young age.
That's true, he gets more frequencies at his younger age.
You're looking at polystyrene, it doesn't make a noise, this polystyrene. What are you talking about?
We're like, no, make some noise.
I'm in the corner crying.
What do you mean?
You're not doing it right.
He hears that enough, mate.
That's squeak.
Do you know what?
That's
it's really interesting actually, because I don't know how I can still hear it, because as I sort of said then, Milo was a lot younger than me and Ian, but I somehow can still hear the noise of those cat scarers where people have just that like
the
emits that
ultrasound, the
ultrasonic, like ultrasonic sound.
Yes, I'm with you on that.
That-
I mean, they are designed to be a deterrent.
Yeah, but not for humans.
We got the wrong settings, clearly.
Yeah. But it's like you walk around like, I mean, I've done it when I've been in London and that, in the suburban areas, where it's like, and like, someone's got one. Well, I certainly do, because you just hear it from a distance, like, someone's got one of them.
I know my ears have passed that sort of frequency.
Too much angry gerbil editing.
I think just as you get older, your range of hearing, the frequencies you can hear reduces.
It's that, and apparently I think taste buds also
taste change, I think.
deteriorate, etc. But it's weird in London because they have them in cemeteries.
Everybody in the chat loves dumplings.
Randomly.
It must just be me.
Does Barside like a dumpling, does he?
He's put
Barside loves a dumpling. Kerry loves a dumpling.
Everyone loves a dumpling.
Kerry has put something in there and people chewing, and that sort of sounds. Yeah, I know that's
He
a
doesn't
big.
love a donut.
I've got one,
That's a
Milo.
big ick.
I've got one. This makes me ick. It's a noise.
Shoot, and I do love a donut
It's
cricket.
a fork scraping on a plate.
Yes.
You hear
Metal
Yeah.
on
I
ceramic
was
or
told
china,
off
yes.
so many times for like scraping the knife of foot when I was eating.
Ooh, what was it? There was a cold open when the non-existent Ginger did it when he was eating his dinner.
Remember
Yes,
that?
recurring member.
That's how we'll be referred to going forwards.
This is a horrible noise because you don't do it intentionally, but you just hear that.
No, when it squeaks, that is horrid.
That's why the recurring member is no longer on the show. We dealt with it. We used our
Powered
HRT.
by a blue pill.
That's the noise. There's the noise.
Well, there we go. We've thrown a smattering of things that give us a sensory ick. Tag us on socials if there's something else that makes you gag.
Well,
but please be
Family friendly.
Yeah.
PC. That would be great.
Please be careful.
Careful. I like that. Ian. Let's just be careful.
Yes, be careful.
Let's be careful.
That's not really a good segue, so let's just go to
Just are you doing it as a poll mark?
What should the options be?
Cutlery scraping,
cutlery scraping,
gagging on something.
gagging on something.
It's general.
Foods that make you
Squeaky
gag.
balloons.
I'd go for squeaky polystyrene.
Squeaky polystyrene, and then your one.
And then your half wet, half dry, semi-dry sponge.
Right,
It's slapped with a wet fish.
That is an ick. In fact, that's a death penalty for me.
Cutlery scraping, squeaky polystyrene, semi-dry sponge, and Ian's was
Gagging on something.
gagging on a dump. Yeah, right.
Gagging on a dumpling.
Dumpling.
That was an example. It wasn't just
Oddly
a dumpling.
specific. It's oddly specific,
Well,
isn't
they're all
it?
kind of specific things. Well, we've got 2 audible, 1 taste, and 1 touch. That kind of covers.
So, a pretty interesting getting to know you question there. Touch,
I passed the
taste,
bar.
and feel. Touch, taste, and feel. Yeah, that's right, isn't it? No, sound.
I thought you said
sound,
taste,
and feel.
taste the veal.
Taste the... What?
Maybe my ears
Anyway,
are slowly deteriorating now.
Anyway, last weekend was Wooper Community.
Whoop-de-doo.
With the release of the Paldean form of Wooper and its evolution, Clodsire. We all went out, did our own thing, and let's have 5 minutes and just talk about the Comday, because it wasn't the best bonus. Quarter egg hatch distance. I don't care who you are, what you say. That is the bonus nobody likes.
No, we do care. We just don't value the opinion. No, in all honesty, it's not a good bonus unless you're grinding
bonus.
12 kilometer eggs or something. But it was an oddly relaxed feeling to a community day. Maybe it was just because it was Wooper and the fact there were 2 different forms. It was kind of like, I didn't really mind catching them all or getting shinies of both of them. I was actually interested to see which one sparkled the most. I was like, will Paldean be the shiniest or will Johto be the shiniest?
It's my game. It's my game.
Just wait for it. I haven't got there yet. I just caught everything and had a good time. And it's kind of, I don't know, it was a fairly chilled day and enjoyable. Thankfully, Paldean won. I think out of the 59 shinies, 38 or so of
It's
them
my
were
game. It's my game.
Gen 9 Paldean ones. Yeah, I didn't pay attention to the bonus whatsoever, in short.
Totally agree. It was probably one of the more chill community days of the last few months, I would say. Stark contrast to Timber, where we were all running around like crazy people.
Headless
But I think we
Spanish
needed
chickens.
a chill community day. I had absolutely zero compunction to tap on hardly any of the Johto original styly Wooper.
Mm-hmm.
And my stats show that I think I got like 18 or 19 of the Paldean and 5 or 6 of the Johto. Didn't need the Johto ones. I just wanted a Paldean one. I wanted a decent one to get a decent Clodsire. And I got a pretty bad 3-star, but at least I got something in the 3-star range. It was a nice community day. And now I never have to tap on another Wooper as long as I live.
Until December.
Only for bingo when we do the challenge, and then it'll be one and done.
I don't know about you, but what's actually made me laugh is I did some of the extra raids, local
For
raids.
Wooper.
Yeah.
Of course you did.
Why not?
It's my game. It's my game.
Why?
Why not? Why not?
It's not why not.
Literally,
It wasn't why not Com Day, was it, Milo? I thought it was.
Let's
soon
review.
to be.
3 hours catching Wooper was not enough for you.
It was a good thing to do while editing. Okay. Catch some more Wooper, why not? But even without that, I've seen so many Wooper in the wild after the Com Day.
Well,
It's weird.
I've not seen any of the Paldeans after the
No.
Com Day.
Paldea one's disappeared from the
Yes.
face of the planet. The Johto one is cropping up like a reoccurring
You know, I was
horror
about to
movie
push the Flex
villain.
Game jingle again, but you're right. I've barely played the game since Sunday, but every time I turn the game on, one of the spawns around me is at least one Wooper.
Yeah, the season of Wooper.
And Mareep.
Well, we may get to that.
Just having a look in the chat, Barside said his Com Day was pretty not very good, to be honest. Yet fit the 3 hours in between the city safari.
Oh, yes.
Played Com Day for 30 minutes and spent the rest of the day drinking margaritas in the bar. Don't blame you, Barside.
Did the bar side have...
The thing is, if you're going to be in Mexico, you want to drink margaritas. And I'm saying this as somebody who hasn't had a drink
Did the bar
since
have
Squirtle
Pokestops?
Community Day. In other news, Kerry's just got a new Pokestop near her, and it's just out of reach of her house.
You need some GPS drift.
Yeah, and a little bit there.
But actually, something that cropped up, obviously, now the clocks have gone back in the UK.
And in the US.
And in the US now this weekend, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Last weekend.
Was it last weekend?
Yeah.
Some weekend.
Yeah,
But
last weekend.
It's finishing Com Day in the dark is so dismal. And it's only going to get worse, obviously, for the December one.
Oh, it's only going to get worse until sort of, when is it? December, January time when it starts?
Yeah, it's like, oh, I've not missed that whole thing of finishing an event in the dark.
No, and we've got the raid day this coming Saturday, or yesterday as you're listening to this, and that will be in the dark as well.
Garchomp by night.
Chomp, 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 chomp. You know, my local community aren't really that enthusiastic about it. I'm thinking, well, it's a raid day. It's Mega Garchomp, and let's face it, it's something to do, but just some people aren't enthused by it.
I get what they mean, actually. I know this
Because
is
we had the
completely
community
going
day
off
quite
sidetrack.
random on
Well,
sidetrack.
so we had the Com Day. It was in the eggs for Barcelona City Safari as a Gibble. It's been in Go Fest and things like that. And the Mega is not going to be as good as Mega Rayquaza.
Exactly. The only thing we need to do the raid day for is for the Mega Energy, which may be in tasks as well at some point.
Yeah.
So I get why people aren't interested, but you know what? I'll go and do at least
You
my
need
free
to-
5.
You need to goad them with the lure of party power and raids.
Yeah.
Come on, guys. Our charged attacks can be so much more powerful
Using those
if we play
35
together.
berries to get 4 berries back. Is this going in the show?
I don't know.
I like that. Right, I'm ready now. I love that little mid-show, what people were talking about, Ian. I like that. Kevin's got a new Pokestop near her house, but it's just out of reach. It felt like a bit like that show on Radio 5.
I thought you meant it sounded a bit
Regional
like Load
news.
Up.
I can't remember what it's called now, but it's so funny. It's just like real life news. Oh, what are they called? There's a Welsh guy on Fight. Oh, it'll come to me in a bit. They're funny anyway. It's like local
And
news.
now on the Incensed podcast, it's the Farming Report.
Oh dear, Jesus. Oh,
Anyway, Marky, how was your whoop-de-doo double region?
Ellis and
Com Day?
John. That's it. Ellis and John. Right. So I had a blast. Obviously, it was bonfire night. We had a firework display to go to in the evening, which was nice. And
Beautiful.
That's what we were doing with our time after Wooper Community Day.
Were there gyms at the bonfire?
No, not at all. I had an absolute blast. I think any community day, if there's something new to chase, gives it an element of enthusiasm for it. I was lucky to meet up with my mate Ash for it, which was fun. And do you know what? We had an absolute blast. And I'll pick up what Ian said as well. Like, we said after a couple of hours of playing, do you know what? Let's call it a day now, because that's enough. You don't need to be playing these events for more than 2-3 hours. And exhausted the party play. Never done party play before, so it was the first time we ever got to do the feature and actually added to the challenge of the day. We set ourselves loads of challenges, and I'm not going to spoil the outcome, so go check it out.
Keep it under the data.
Yeah, but it was absolutely fun. And I think the most important thing was actually you need to do it with people and enjoy these events. That's what gives it the excitement. And actually, the nights drawing in just felt a little bit, oh, it's here now. And now any events now will be dark by 5. I got more Paldean Woopers, so that was nice. And that was about it. I clicked on, obviously, some of the others because we were playing challenges and we needed shinies on both variants. But I won't be clicking another Wooper again now. And they do keep appearing, don't they, in their little spawn clusters.
So.
What a nice community day it was. And more Saturday ones, please, moving forward, certainly in the winter.
Funny you should say that, Mark, because in 2 weeks' time, on Saturday the 25th of November, we have a Comday Classic, boys.
I wonder what it could be.
It is. It's the news.
The worst kept secret in Pokemon GO is actually happening November the 25th, between 2 and 5 p.m. It's...
You've played the wrong one, Ian.
Yeah, for sure. Yes.
Nick, have you watched any TV lately?
I watched it a little bit. I think like after it was all over, I watched a season or two. And I was abroad and The Office wasn't on Netflix in whatever country I was in.
We're talking about Mareep, Nick. But,
We're talking about Mareep, Nick. Well, anyway, thanks for your input. Yes, November the 25th, between 2 and 5 p.m, the worst kept secret in Pokemon GO, Mareep Community Day Classic. And it's the one that Mark is the most looking forward to because Mark lives in the countryside, as he never fails to tell us. And the countryside is full of sheep.
There's no 3-stage cow Pokemon at the moment, is there?
No.
Come on.
There isn't. Just lots of
Can we
sheep.
get the evolution of Miltank?
It'll have like 6 nip-nips on it, wouldn't it? Or it'll be like 12 nip-nips.
It'll have other Gatling guns.
If that wasn't a little bit too graphic, I'm sure the Pokemon Company would go for that. Anyway, during the Community Day Classic, if you evolve your Flaffy as in the original Community Day, actually, if you managed to find any Mareeps, that was because of the crossover with the event at the time, you can get an Ampharos that knows the charge attack Dragon Pulse. And that's pretty much it. Community Day Classic, there will be a $1 bundle or equivalent in your local currency, and I'm pretty much guessing it's going to be called Mareep Community Day Classic because the classics don't really get clever titles.
Not a close shave or something.
No, a close shave. I like it, but
sound effect.
It'll just be like Mareep Classic is what they'll call it, won't they?
Mareep Community Day Classic. Anyway, getting on to the good stuff. The bonus that nobody really wants is back. Yes, quarter egg hatch distance is going to be the
Twice
bonus
in a month.
for this Community Day Classic. 2 times in the space of 3 weeks. But, of course, Incensed activated and lore modules activated during the Community Day will both last for 3 hours. And, of course, there will be snapshots. Field research tasks will be available. There will be Pokestop showcases. And there will be a web store Community Day Classic box, which for $10 will give you 500 Pokeballs, 1 Puffin, and 3 lucky eggs. Yes, it's back.
Not that again.
It's back. But that's not the only thing. Actually, have you checked in the Pokemon Go store now? It's like 50 quid and you get 100 incubators. Like 50 supers and 50 regulars.
Oh, yeah, the 7,000 coin.
7,000 coin incubator box. But that's Community Day Classic. We'll probably do a recap next week because it is in 2 weeks. Well, just under 2 weeks when you're listening to this. And boys, are we enthused?
No.
No, I can't say I am.
No.
1 hour but gameplay tops, I think, on this one.
I'm confused with this one, guys.
That's
And,
enthused, not confused.
Oh, right. I mean, I'm confused about this because Mareep Comday has only been out once. It was a very long time ago.
Yeah.
And it was plagued with issues. So I don't understand why there's this saltiness about it and this disregard for it because Mareep hasn't been out loads in events.
Wrong animal.
And again, it isn't like Squirtle where it's having a third one in like half a week.
True.
You know, Mareep was a 2017 Community Day.
It was the
Yeah, it
fourth
was-
combat
so-
ever.
yeah.
April
I
2018.
think
was
it's
it?
because Mareep's been historically in quite a few, certainly live events. And let's have a quick round of Milo's favourite game.
It's my game. It's my game.
What number of shinies have we got of this little mon?
Candy Floss Sheep.
Including evolutions, I have got 5.
Including evolutions, I've got 7. And
Um,
that's enough, let's face it.
Jesus Christ. Why have I not thrown them
No, here we
away? I've got 16.
It's my game. It's my game.
Flex it up, flex it up.
Flex it up, flex it up. It's my game. It's my game.
It's my game. It's my game.
Every
Why does Holly?
version
Why
of
does
it.
Holly
I also
sound like
think
she's
there
in a
must be
toilet when she's recording
I
that?
think
It
she
sounds
was,
very
wasn't
echoey.
she? I think she
the
was.
echo, the reverb.
Milo, I knew you had a big number when you were going scroll. Oh my god!
No, it's when you type it in and go shiny, you think, whoa,
You
why
could just
have I not
type in
deleted
Mareep and
these?
push the shiny button.
No, because I have deleted some, because I know I'm missing an Ampharos shiny that I got on Daily Incense.
I think
one
I've
time,
deleted some.
and it's not here.
But it's even 7 is more than I need or
Yeah,
want.
all mine are from
It was
islands.
a famous spawn in Sevilla
That would
Safari
be
Zone.
why I was sick of seeing it.
All mine are from islands, which is where I was when it was originally Community Day.
I don't know. You're right, Mark. Like, it's been long enough time. It's been actually more time than
2018,
Squirtle
I think it was the
to
community
get a
originally.
return.
It was
Yeah, it's 2018.
April, yeah.
April 2018.
April, 4th ever Community
It's
Day.
5 years, 5.5 years.
It was plagued with issues.
It
There was
really
a Kanto
was.
event
It was- yeah.
overrunning it, and it's the only com day ever to only have double catch candy as a bonus. I think it didn't have triple dust or triple XP, etc. It was the only com day that had, hey, double catch candy, and that is it. There's nothing else. Since then, the Mega has been released. Ampharos can be shiny in the wild. It's been in Mega Raids so many times. It's one of the first, 6 Megas to be released in the game, I think. Yeah, it's about time that people had a shot at it. You know, why not go for a decent shiny of it? For those of us who are OG players and have been day one players, for us it's kind of nothing really. It's one of those... Jesus Christ.
What the muck hell was that, Ian?
Is that you gagging on a dumper?
That's a sheep. According to Epidemic Sound, cheap plug, give us a free month for that one, Epidemic. That was a sheep bar.
I have to consult Clarkson on that one.
There were a range of sheep bars, actually.
Wow, fantastic. Download them all now.
Oh,
for next
actually,
week's review.
Sheep Bar 3 is a little bit more like what we want, actually. Let me just get that one for
Zesty.
you. This is Mark's ruralness coming out to play.
There we go.
Yeah, that's better.
That's a bit
We
more
don't
like
want
it.
Sheep Bar 6.
That sounded possessed.
That was like a mega devil sheep.
Mega Ampharos. It's
Mega
perfect.
Ampharos. Do you know what though, Milo? That's a really good point. Just jumping in, I think that's why people might be also the other
Yeah.
way with it. Is that it has been a Mega Raid for quite a while, hasn't it? So yeah, feels like it's been around longer than it probably has been.
And there's also that thing of where Pokemon sit on their original Community Day versus now in the game. And Ampharos is just not really needed.
Been outclassed in every way.
Yeah, in the dreaded dungeon, PvP, it's not really needed. Mega Manectric is better than it. There are shadows, there are better normal counters than it.
Apparently, Shadow Smoliv's better than it. And when that gets
Definitely.
released,
I would love one of those. An Angry Olive. Bring it on.
Olive.
The soundboard's broken, by the way, chaps.
Oh, fantastic.
The sheep broke the soundboard.
Oh no, like they broke Cotswold walls.
Oh, there we go.
It's
Oh,
back,
it's
back. Before the sheep break anything else.
Did you know if a sheep falls on its back and it can't get back up, it ain't going to get back up?
Is that how you defeat a Mareep?
That's how that's why you need to shear them. And
I
also,
know if you get a sheep on your back, you need to watch certain things in your gentleman's area.
yes, and also about the loneliest sheep in Scotland. And I believe Maston knows the loneliest sheep in Scotland.
Personally, or?
Maybe. But anywho,
Let
we
us know.
digress. That's enough sheep
We
talk.
do digress. Ian, what do you think of the Combat Classic having nattered out the information?
Despite Mark putting a very solid sell on it, I still think an hour's enough.
Definitely. A lot of people would agree. An hour is plenty.
An hour is plenty. I don't really need any more. I'm quite happy with my 7. Of course, I will do an hour because as CCs, we have to do a little bit on it. But I don't think it warrants 3 hours.
I'm going to be transferring a lot of them on that day.
On your video, Milo, every time you catch one, I want to hear...
It's on Epidemic Sounds, that sound effect, isn't it?
Yes. Sheep
Perfect.
Bar 3.
There won't be a ding, it'll be a... Perfect.
I'm doing that on mine as well. I've got some sheep noises on mine.
Amazing.
We'll all do sheep noises on our videos.
I'm going to do it in the rural countryside. I might go back home, actually. Hey,
Back home.
back home.
Well, it's funny, we've been going from sheeps to the rural game lord. Marky, what game have you got in store for us this week?
Well, as I take down this Genesect, as I'm talking to you, we are going to play a brand new game this week. It's one that we've not played for a little while. It is What the Ducklett.
What the Ducklett?
I think as game master, is that what I am this week, Ian?
Game lord.
The game lord.
Game lord. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Not majestic at all, that.
It's lost its majesticness, hasn't it, Milo, if I'm being honest with you? It feels like...
What's the Ducklett? Lord Game.
Lord Game of his
Make a return.
appearance.
Lachlan is going to rue the day where he recorded as a jingle.
Like I said before, we've not played this for a little while, so our listeners that are tuning in, I am going to read a entry from the Pokédex, and it'll be the description of said Pokemon. It is rapid fire. The whole purpose of this game is to get it right by the description, not naming every Pokemon, hence eliminating them from the route.
Just read through the decks.
I go, Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, Venusaur. You can just...
We don't have the time for that.
No, we don't.
What?
Here we go. I'm going to start the first round. First to two. This Pokemon existed 300 million years ago. Team Plasma altered it and attached a cannon to its back.
Oh, Genesect.
Correct, Milo.
What the Ducklett?
1 point.
1 point to Milo. Very good, Milo. I'm surprised you got that one, actually. That was
I'm not, you've just rated it. I thought it can't be that obvious. I was thinking Blastoise.
Blastoise, Ian. Right, so I'm not going to name it because it's in the description. So, this Pokemon's fluffy coat of wool rubs together and builds a static chart. Very good, Ian.
What the Ducklett?
Oh, it's a sudden death.
Sudden death.
It's a two-way. Well done, Ian.
You've got to make this one really random, Marky. It's got to be totally out of the box.
Wooper.
Right. This Pokemon sucks in water. Then it expels it at a high velocity using its abdominal muscles to shoot down flying prey. When evolution draws near, this Pokemon travels downstream from rivers. Hey, that was random, wasn't it?
That is very random.
Wishy-washy.
Milo, no. And Ian, we'll join you after the break. No.
The audience.
Again, it sucks in water, expels it at a high velocity using its abdominal muscles to shoot down flying prey. When evolution draws near, this water-type Pokemon travels downstream from rivers. That isn't going to help you because it's obvious
not going to help.
Water-type.
Also, it's just highlighted. It says when evolution draws near, and I say Golduck like an idiot.
So no, it is not. Come on, guys, you know this. It's a water Pokemon.
Barboach.
Oh, very good, Ian, but no, it's not. I'm not going to give it away, but sometimes if you mispronounce this Pokemon, it can sound like it's an ailment.
It's like one of those clues that Ian used to give. That is just a clue.
It's not a clue.
It's not meant to help.
Right. And this next clue will not help Ian, but it'll probably help you, Milo. This Pokemon comes from the Johto region.
Oh, don't tell me it is Wooper.
No. How does Wooper sound like an ailment? I'm just trying to think.
Whooping cough.
Oh, very good, Ian. Do you know what, Ian? It's not Wooper, but you can have the point. Half a point.
Half a point.
It's a very nice shiny, and it's one I still haven't got, and I know somebody has got quite a few of them, which I'm very envious about.
Carvana?
No, Ian, but you're getting down the right path. I don't know if there's any other clues I can really give without giving it completely away.
Fish? Oh, Remoraid.
Correct, Milo.
Hemorrhoid.
The purple hemorrhoid.
What? The Ducklett.
That was really difficult.
I think this game's got legs, actually. I think we should start playing it a little bit more often. What do we think, boys? I think
every week.
Let's do it. But really good. I like that game. And Ian, you are not Lord Game. Milo is the Game Lord. So
Milo is the Game Lord.
Woo to the Game Lord title.
But well done, Milo. Congratulations. Thank you for the game mark. But Milo, I think you want to share something. You came down with something the other day, didn't you?
Yes, I had to go to the doctor's office, and they told me to share the good news.
is the news.
Share the Remeroids, was it?
Share the purple Remeroids.
What if you'd been wearing a Remeroid? It'd be okay.
Amazingly, well ahead of usual timing, we have got the STDs for next season's community days and other events on the weekends. So, boys, rattle through these dates. So, this will be the December rollback Com Day weekend, basically Saturday and Sunday, December the 16th and 17th.
Yes, and moving into January, if you like an ice cream, maybe on Saturday, January the 6th, you might get one in 2024.
Yeah, and if you like an old ice cream thing that's been out before and rehashed for a Community Day Classic, there's one also on Saturday, January the 20th, 2024.
And not quite in time for our 3-year anniversary. Sunday, the 4th of February, will be February's 2024 Community Day.
But Community Days aren't the only events that are on the horizon, and we'll go through a few more dates that you might want to put in your diary. So Sunday, December the 3rd, there's going to be some sort of event going on.
There's also going to be some sort of event going on Saturday, December the 9th.
And also, we've got something going down on Saturday, December the 23rd.
Moving into a Sunday event, or another Sunday event, I should say, January the 14th. 1 month before our 3-year birthday, there will be some sort of event going on.
And then on Saturday and Sunday, January the 27th and 28th, I'm not going to spoil it for you, but there'll be something going on then.
And my final day being 28, Sunday, February the 11th of 2024. Something will be happening. And not just a hangover.
Now, a 2-day event in January, do you think Sinnoh Tour could be earlier this year? I'd be concerned if it was, but a 2-day
Me too.
event, yeah.
I mean, Incensed pie, Incensed 3-year anniversary recovery party.
Incensed 48 hours.
Yeah.
An
Sinnoh in it.
Incensed intervention.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
It'd be Sinnoh, won't it? It'd be Sinnoh, surely.
I wouldn't be at all surprised if they put Sinnoh Tour earlier than typical tour events, because they put all of this year, 2023's Go Fests, a lot later than normal. Yeah. Shaking up the calendar, I just hope they tell us where Sinnoh Tour, if there's going to be a live event, where's it going to be? Tell us soon if it's going to be a month before normal time.
Please tell us soon, Niantic.
Can we have Sinnoh Tour Sheffield?
Now let's have Sinnoh Tour New Orleans.
Or Sinnoh Tour Reykjavik.
Sinnoh Tour Bristol. Sinnoh Tour Bristol.
That'd just be a blaze of bucket hats and drum and bass.
And Wurzels.
January.
In January, it still would be.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Hey, it rained at London Go Fest. Let's make it proper British weather.
Do you know what, though? Sorry, I know we're speculating, obviously, on this, but it would be nice to have it early in the year, wouldn't it? And it would be nice to have it completely global, like we did with the not the one in Vegas, the one before, because that was brilliant. It was Johto Tour, wasn't it? We played.
Johto.
Yeah. Well,
Kanto Tour was obviously during the pandemic. Johto Tour was the first one out of the pandemic.
And the Sinnoh and the Italian Trapper's just pissed on our parade because it's saying Sinnoh Tour will be late February, as the Community Day is very early in the month.
All right, John. Thank you.
Need to turn John into Italian name.
Yeah. Johninho. Thank you.
Mario.
But those are the STDs. Good to see them noting these ahead of time.
And guys, if you don't want these STDs, we'll have more for you next season.
We like to share them, don't we?
We like to share them.
Absolutely. Sharing is caring.
Sharing is caring.
Absolutely.
Well, you're right. Sharing is caring, and it's time to share Fashion Week details. Yes, you will be able to get Pokemon with beanie hats, John Lennon glasses, beanie hats, and more beanie hats.
And bow ties.
Oh, bow tie. Ooh.
Super fancy.
So, Milo's favourite event of the whole entire year, one of his many favourite events of the whole year.
Definitely up there, mate.
is Fashion Week, and this time you will be able to get not only a Dragonite wearing, well, this has a fashionable costume. Really, it's a bow tie and some sunglasses.
It's quite minimal.
A Wooper wearing a hat that makes it look like it's been down pit, and a Quagsire that's also been down pit.
So we're saying Northern Wooper and Quagsire
We've got
now.
Northern Wooper and Northern Quagsire.
Not that Wooper's had much of a feature already in November.
And we'll say Hipster Dragonite.
Yeah, okay, let's go Hipster Dragonite. Fashion Week will be commencing from Wednesday, November the 15th at 10 a.m. your local time till November the 19th at 8 p.m. your local time. So it's not really a full week, I would say.
How did I know you were going to say that? You say it every year.
I know, but it's like usually I can get away with a Tuesday or something, but it's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
It is shorter than usual, I think, by about a day. Yes, yeah.
Disappointing.
Anyway, to make up for that, there are some event bonus that you will love. Select avatar items during Fashion Week will be on sale in the in-game store.
Beautiful.
If you're level 31 or above, there'll be an increased chances of getting Candy XL for successfully catching Pokemon. Now, I don't really know why it says that, because you wouldn't get anything if you didn't catch it in the first place.
That's a very good point.
2 times candy for catching Pokemon.
I guess it's clarifying that it's not 2 times candy for hatching eggs or something like that, but it should be blindingly obvious.
Fair. It's pretty obvious, isn't it?
It should be pretty obvious. There is going to be paid timed research. No surprise here, folks, for a Pokemon Go event. A Fashion Week themed timed research will be available for $2 or the equivalent in your local currency. Complete the research task to earn encounters with various Pokemon wearing costumes and 2 premium battle passes, which you will need.
You will, but this is one paid research where I feel that you can't really complain, because you'd pay $2 to get the 2 passes anyway.
Yeah.
So you're essentially just buying the 2 passes.
Yeah, this is a much like the community day tickets are usually really good value. This is the value anyway of buying 2 passes, plus you get a bunch of research level encounters, which is cool. But speaking of encounters, we have the following: Pikachu with Summer Flare. The wrong season.
That's like a Pikachu with like a summer hat and shades.
I remember this being out in 2019, but it's very much the wrong time of year.
I think you're right, but is it ever the wrong time of year for a Diglett wearing a bowler hat?
Absolutely not. Just needs a cane to go with it, and then maybe a moustache. Wooper wearing a fashionable costume. It's the beanie hat.
Yeah, beanie hat.
Down pit.
And the Krogunk wearing, well, I think we've had this mon for 3 times now with this hat. So it's pretty much a staple of Fashion Week by now.
It is the backwards Yobbo cap. And now, what is going to be the brand new shiny for this event is Gothita, which doesn't need a costume.
Yeah, and I think it was only a few weeks ago we were saying that this one is overdue, and I suggested it might have come out for Halloween.
Yeah.
Obviously, it was already
weren't far off.
It's a few weeks out. I'll take that as a W.
Absolutely. And it's already got a white bow tie on its being, so it doesn't need a costume.
It doesn't. Well, we're also going to get the Boggo standard shiny potential pink frillish female, of course.
If only that had a diving mask.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
That'd be great. Something that will never get a costume because it's Furfrou. It's just the Fashion Week staple Pokemon.
And I only have one of these shinies, so I will be going out to try and get at least one more, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be a tough one to obtain more of.
For sure.
Well, I think it's the only one that can't be shiny out of this batch, and it's Mareep.
Which you definitely don't hatch out of 5Ks every 5 damn seconds.
Pretty much every hatch. Other than Machamp.
But yeah, Machop and Lickitung.
Oh, sorry.
Let's not talk about
Machop.
the eggs. Yeah. Let's not talk about the eggs. However, some trainers might even encounter the following. Absol wearing a fashionable set of aviators is returning.
Which are almost invisible.
Basically, yes.
And the pink frillishes, blue friend, the blue frillish, the male frillish, which again doesn't really appear to have much of a costume.
Very much a shame. Now, the raids, there's quite a lot you might want to put your 2 premium battle passes if you get the timed research into. So, 1 stars. It feels very wrong taking this from Marky, but we've got to do it.
It does, yes.
We've got Diglett wearing the bowler hat. We've got Wooper wearing the northern beanie. Sneasel wearing a beanie and sunglasses in there, and finally Furfrou. All of those tier 1s can be shiny.
Moving into the 3-star raids. Yes, the Butterfree is back with the Zoe Bow. We've got the Dragonite, the Hipster Dragonite is in 3 stars. Curlier wearing a fashionable costume, and the Absol wearing those shades that are almost invisible.
So a full set of shiny raids, which is nice to see.
Makes a change.
Something else that can all be shiny are the eggs. Now, these following Pokemon will hatch from 5-kilometer eggs, and apparently Gothita hatched from eggs will have a greater chance of being shiny than Gothita found in the wild. Personally, as of recent, not had any joy with Morlul from those 7-kilometer event eggs, so do take their sentence with a pinch of salt. We have Pichu with Summer Flare. It's the sunglasses and top, summer hat.
Yep, we've got the Northern Wooper.
We have got the Tiny Bowed Smoochum returning.
Shinx is back with his bowler hat.
And finally, Gothita with a supposed boost on it, but do be careful with that one.
Moving into field research task encounters. During the Fashion Week, of course, there will be special research encounters, and the following Pokemon can be found to encounter when you complete specific field research tasks.
Beautiful.
Once again, the Zoe Bow Butterfree.
The bowler hat Diglett.
The Northern Wooper.
It's a bowler hat and bow tie curlier, isn't it?
Pretty much it is, yeah. The bowler hat Shinx.
And I guess we call this sort of a neckerchief. Blitzel is returning only in the research.
It is. Now, what would one of these events be without a collection challenge? And we get just that for Fashion Week. So by completing the collection challenge, you will receive an encounter with the Hipster Dragonite. Getting also some XP and Stardust.
Can't really go wrong with that shiny potential. Almost to bookend this news, new avatar items. There's a smattering of them. There's Gothitelle, top pants, shoes, and I do not know what those are.
Runiclus,
top boots, and there's a hooded denim jacket and denim pants. Okay, interesting.
Okay, hoodie might work.
I'm down with the denim.
You can't double denim though, can you? You've got to be a little bit careful there.
Well, why not? I mean, just double denim. It's Pokemon Go. Mm-hmm. Finally, there are Pokestop showcases. Of course, what an event wouldn't be without these. So, Gothita and Maharini are making the appearance for the showcases. Whack your XXLs in there if you find them.
But that's not all. Party play will be part of Fashion Week. So celebrate Fashion Week by wearing your favourite avatar outfits while out in a party.
It's not really.
Yeah, that's not really.
It's not really a bonus or anything.
Why even include that? People
just
don't do party play.
No, it's just like buy the new avatar items so you can use them in a party. No thanks.
Yeah. So all in all, Fashion Week 2023. It looks pretty good. It's definitely Fashion Half Week, I would say.
Mm.
And the Hipster Dragonite would be pretty much a good chase. And of course, we've got to go after the Gothita.
I love that there's a new shiny just in the wild. There's new costume ones as well to chase. Wooper kind of seems to be November's Pokemon for whatever reason. Thank goodness you can evolve this one. And I do have a suspicion as to why Dragonite is the one wearing the fashionable costume and not Dratini. Is because Shadow Shiny Dratini is available from Cliff at the moment. So can you imagine if you're able to get Shadow Shiny Fashion Week Dratini from Rocket Team leaders?
That totally makes sense.
That would have been fun, but I love the fact that Dragonite will be able to be shiny from raids and things like that. That's actually a very nice touch. So I am sold.
I'm quietly confident with this event. And this is, of course, historically a pretty decent event. If, of course, you like your costumed mons.
If you don't, just go and click Furfrou and Gothita and Frillish, and then you're fine.
I was thinking about this other thing, but to be honest, I don't know if we need to bother. I guess we do.
It's 30 seconds. We're not going to dive into it.
No, it was just something that popped up in-game recently, and it said, Pokemon GO local organized play expands to Europe. And I was like, what on earth is
when
this?
I saw that article, I was like, oh, okay. And then I realised it was about PvP, and I kind of...
Of course it's about PvP. I mean, they're not going to adopt our flex game, are they? Turn up and say, how many shiny Mareep have you got?
Imagine if they did.
It would be very fun, but it's literally one paragraph. Players can participate in official Pokemon Go events, including Go challenges and Go Cups. Pokemon Go players in Europe can now take
Say Go or Goat?
Goat. Pokemon Goat players can now play the sanctioned events and local organized play, like the Pokemon trading card game events that already take place in these locations. I don't know if they're making a big deal of this or not, but I literally saw it and was like, oh, okay, right, sweet. Do you have an opinion, either of you, of this? I don't know.
I thought you said Pokemon.
Oh my God.
That is one scary ass goat.
That's when a shiny runs from you.
What are we doing to the soundboard? We've got all these random animal noises on there now.
I don't know, but do you know what that sound does remind me of? Is when you had something wrapped around your neck. Is that
Mark's home?
It's frozen.
That sounds like a sheep machine gun.
I'm not even touching
The sheep
it.
gun.
I'm really not even touching it.
Listeners, I would just like to apologise for the chaos that has descended upon my two colleagues. They've both lost their minds.
The volume's even turned down on the soundboard. The volume's turned off on the soundboard. It's finished.
What the hell happened there?
I clicked on the goat once.
It went through every known sheep sound effect there is on the planet.
Oh, I'm crying.
I know me and Ian are like crying tears, and Marla's just like, this is so unprofessional, boys. Can we sort this out, please?
It is.
I don't want to hear this.
The thing is, I turned the volume on the soundboard down like straight away, and it still kept playing at full volume, even though there's no volume on the soundboard.
Disobedient.
Jesus, that was funny. That was... Who let the goats out? Oh dear. Right.
Goat man to the rescue.
Okay, in the chat it says Incensed Zoo.
Oh my God. Right. Oh.
No, compose yourself. Yeah.
So we posted out on X, my poll, obviously, and we had loads of people on the poll and goats as well, but we won't talk about that again.
I think we had more goats in your poll than we did people.
So we asked the question simply, does anything sensory trigger you? We put the boys shared their choices. Do you agree with any of these? And please share yours in the comments below. So the Keen Brown has put, anything that comes close to nails on a chalkboard makes my ears twitch, and not in a good way. Yeah, I hate that noise.
Fair, that is a bad noise.
Barside 2 has put trainers who, after 2 or 3 years of playing, still are throwing straight balls.
Yeah, agreed.
Where's the 30-day ban?
Yeah, we've been looking at your analyticals, and you've just been catching with straight throws. We're banning you for 30 days to sort yourself out.
Yours sincerely, Johnino.
Johnino. Spindiana's put, I missed the live poll, but my gag reflex is incredibly strong. How I'm still married, I'll never know.
Moving on.
Maybe that's why you're still married.
Emma's put, nail scratching denim. Can't stand it. I know.
Denim, okay.
It's got that texture to it, hasn't it? That bewitched texture.
Bewitched.
Denim. Lucy Davis has put, cutlery scraping, shudders. No thank you. It sounds awful.
Agreed.
It does.
Yeah.
Zerlav has put hold on, right?
What?
Hold on, let's get right. Sucking wool to put through a bodkin needle. Oh, yeah.
Oh, to narrow it down so it goes
yes.
through the
Yeah.
Mazdos has put, you are just asking for trouble with that last one, devil face. That was Ian's choice. It's always a party when Chicken Chaser 89 joins in. He's put, there's like a certain way when people suck air between their teeth. hard for me to describe, but that is
Oh,
awful.
that is annoying.
Yeah, it definitely is. Chicken chase. I know that. I know what. Yeah, I know what he means. Run CMC. Sod cutlery scraping or clinking. Eating or chewing with your mouth open irritates me.
Yeah, that's just bad manners.
There's no need to eat with your mouth open. That's just.
And we got one here from Jasmine. Looks like maybe someone new to the poll. Welcome, Jasmine. I think it's emetophobia or emetophobia means any sounds of gagging will send me over the edge. Although squeaky polystyrene is easily one of the worst noises I will ever have to endure. Can't even touch the stuff.
Yeah.
So we had 36 people on the poll tonight, and in fourth place, with the little sponge emoji, is the semi-dry sponge. I'm sure that was my vote as well. But anyway,
I didn't even vote. I got sidetracked.
In third place, with 14%, squeaky polystyrene.
Oh, interesting.
In second place, and I had a little polystyrene block next to it, but I did put a little picture of a bit of polystyrene.
Good man. I rate that.
I rate?
So, yeah. In second place, I used the aubergine emoji.
Oh, no.
Oh, no,
gagging
we're
on something.
now.
Gagging on something.
I'm going to take that as a W because plate scratching wasn't actually one of our choices, was it?
It was. It was a secondary choice, Ian. That we all agreed on.
Yeah, okay.
Wins.
Let's all take the W, yes.
Yeah, we all take the W. And the winner, which was a combined effort from all three of us, with 53% of the vote, cutlery scraping.
Horrendous noise.
Ooh, hang on.
Don't download a sound effect in, for God's sake. Oh, not going to sound. That sounds like a rusty mouse.
That is a fork plate scrape, apparently.
Well, thanks, Marky, for your poll of horrid noises. But speaking of horrid noises, Ian, there's a jingle you need to play, because I heard a buzz.
And the plate scratching is playing in the background, and I didn't touch it. We've got some sort of ghost in the machine.
Ian, sort it out.
What's going on?
I'm not clicking anything.
How does it overlay two sounds?
I don't know, it shouldn't be able to do that.
I think you need to delete the new added sound effects. They're clearly messing up some kind of karma.
Okay, I've deleted the plate scratching. It's still playing. No, it stopped. Okay, it stopped.
Oh, thank God for that.
God for that, Ian. That was.
I think I'm going to have to leave all that in.
It's funny, I guess, in a weird sort of way. But yes, we do have a WhatsApp message. Not going to get into this. Nakeem's been on.
Hello, gentlemen. This is your friend Nakeem, aka NetNext26, aka NixTheNext on X, formerly known as Twitter. Just wanted to express my gratitude via voice note. People do say I sound a lot different on the audio than in person. I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing, I'm being honest. I've been an avid listener to the Incensed podcast since episode 1, February 21st, I think. Ian, correct me if I'm wrong. And I cannot begin to describe how you have turned someone who doesn't listen to podcasts to an avid, outright fanatic to the four of you guys, bantering in my ear, especially Coops. I often listen to you guys when I'm doing solo hunts in either Wembley, my local area of Harrow, or Ealing, not to Milo. And the shiny luck you guys bring is completely amazing. So much so that when it happens, I've never been so enthusiastic to post them on your platform and anxiously waiting to see if it gets read by one of you guys. Not to mention the community you guys have lured up, or should I say Incensed, brings all sorts of emotions that I hope you all agree wouldn't trade for $1 million for anything. Unless it's a shiny marvel, then we'll have some intense discussions. With that said, I do not keep you guys long, even though I know Mark would enjoy the runtime hearing my voice. Hopefully soothing. I might be wrong there. Just want to end this note by saying keep up all the good work with what you're doing with this podcast. Your genius methods of keeping the game relevant is almost frightening. Top Gear quote for also Milo and Ian. And look out for these 4 concepts in the future, which hopefully after I'm fully recovered will be Lager Vesta for Mark, Spitfire Togekiss for Milo, the Ginger Sheep for Coops, and Vapori Bond for Ian. Not sure I'm going to work that last one, but it might occur somewhere. Take care, lads. I'll see you personally, hopefully sooner rather than later in person. Bye.
Thanks, Nakeem.
Cheers for sending that in, Nakeem.
Yeah, absolutely.
Appreciate that. That is a long-time supporter.
Oh, seriously. And although I corrected him, episode 1 did hit February 14th, Valentine's Day. Almost.
It's only 1 week out.
It literally, but he might have listened on the 21st, so I can't really correct him because he could have listened to the episode 1 a week after we launched it. It's possible, I guess.
Indeed. We've got to cut him some slack. He did give birth to the concept of Croydon Pikachu.
Indeed, he did.
Precursor to London Go Fest.
Nakeem's a great lad, and you are right, but you sound very different on audio than when I speak to you face to face. But I think that can be said about a lot of people, to be fair, myself included. But you're a really good guy, mate, and it's lovely to have met you over the years. But just someone that's typical of the community that we've met since creating the podcast all across the UK and the world. You know, a really, really decent group of people. And the Croydon Pikachu concept was fantastic. He's done a few, hasn't he? He's done the Blissey.
Armoured Chansey.
Armoured Chansey, that was it.
Yeah, that was it.
No, thank you. Your artwork has been great over the years. It's great to have met you and to know you. And if you want to send us another one, Nakeem, we'll be more than happy to play out another message. And equally, if you, to quote Chris from GoCast, dear listener, wants to send us a WhatsApp message, store this number in your phone, +44 759 269 5696. Record us a message and push send. It'll be free. It won't cost you anything because you use mobile data. You're not calling us or leaving a voicemail. You're literally just sending us it over the internet, what Milo can't currently do at the moment.
Not in a steady frame rate, anyway.
Over the dial-up, Milo.
Over the dial-up. Well, something. Nakeem alluded to it. It is our favourite section of the week. I'm going to dial up
Shinies of the week.
I'll jump in immediately with one that has been caught today. It is from MacFloof Kayla Hind, and it says, first day shiny, #Pokemon Go, #Shinies of the week, and it is an incensed shiny Morlul. Doing it the right way. So big congrats on that awesome brand new shiny as of today of recording this. Festival of Lights, what a catch. And off Incense, doing it right.
I'm going to do one also off X. I think this is a first time post as well. Oh, that's why I say a first time poster. Tabby, that's at Tabby OW, has put good #Pokemon Go Community Day. 18 shinies, 100% Larvitar from a 12-kilometre egg,
Wow.
90 kilometres walked, 1 Master Ball obtained. Thanks for the entertainment today. At Incense Podcast with a smiley face. #Shinies of the week, #Pokemon Go. Thank you very much, Tabby, for using it and listening to us as you played your Community Day.
Fabulous.
And we have a number on threads, but I can't bring myself to read them all out because we've sorely neglected it, and there's quite a few actually from the last 3 months. So if you send us one on threads, thank you very much, and we will read them in future.
We'll stop bashing the social media platform.
There are quite a few historic ones, but the newest one is like 4 weeks ago. So now we've talked about the Wooper Community Day, I'm going to have to edit this post, but it's from Sanati6171, #Shines of the Week. I was, shocked when I appraised it after doing a field research task. First shunned out from research task. www, that's 5 Ws. That is a big win. It is the shiny Johtoian Wooper Shundo. Nice.
Oh,
nice.
That is nice.
That's very nice.
Yeah.
Any Shundo.
GG's.
Amazing catch.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing catch. And thank you to a bunch of other people who sent in their #Shiners of the Week. There were quite a few that we obviously didn't get a chance to read out, but we did see them, appreciated them, especially a sort of Ken Pescator Duskull reference floating around,
Ken
which is
Pescator
fantastic.
hat, yes. And
absolutely.
Let's make a verbal agreement between the three of us. We'll check threads from now on because we shouldn't have neglected all those threads shinies.
Do you want to be the thread master?
I think I'm the only one that has a login for threads, so I think I
don't even have
to be.
threads at all. So
I keep feeling like threads is like Wish. I keep getting confused with that app, but it's actually an
dodgy.
X. Yeah, dodgy. Yeah,
super dodgy. But that is going to have to round out this sheep and goat bombarded show. So thank you very much for listening. We hope you enjoyed. And if you did, maybe the sheep did, please don't hesitate to either hit the +, follow, subscribe button on your podcast platform of choice and drop us a 5-star review. Just ticking the 5 stars for us if you really enjoy the podcast would mean the world to us. And if you drop us a written review as well, that would be smashing. It might get read out like what was it, a couple of weeks ago? Was it last week?
Last week.
I forget.
Yes. Yep. Milo, before you end the episode,
okay,
Francesco has been on the AI again.
He's relapsed.
Yes, Francesco has AI'd the three of us holding sheep.
Oh my god, he's put sheep. Oh my god, there's sheep. Or sheeps.
Sheeps.
I told you they'd hijack the episode.
Anyway, we've mentioned it before. You can get in contact with us on any of our social media platforms. Threads, we will now actively be looking at that, but also X that you've heard a lot from, Instagram, Campfire, and we've got so many more. There's an email, and of course, Ian has already read out the WhatsApp that you can send in a voice message to. We'd love to hear you. And we wouldn't be able to continue making this podcast without the awesome support of every person on our Patreon. A huge thank you to everybody who is a bronze and a silver tier member. Thank you so much. And a special thanks to the following gold tier members. We have Hermes Ninja, JB, Clifford Mert, Darby Russ, Kerry and Zachary, Connor Lee, Apex171, Mufti, Barside 2, JLH1919, Highbone, and Maz, aka Ozma Lionheart. All of you help keep this podcast, well, apart from this week, sounding constantly professional, smooth, and a purely amazing listen. This week was an off one. We can only apologise.
But guys, news. Guys, good news.
You can say bad news if you want to.
Guys, underwhelming news.
What?
Well, do not forget, this Tuesday, the 14th of November, we've got Baneri Spotlight Hour, which has 2 times Evolving XP, and that's about it.
I'm glad I'm at work.
Well, on that disappointing, bouncing bombshell, it's time to end. We'll hopefully catch you all next week without so much sheep. What's the word? Intrusion.
Ian, what the hell was that?
That was a goat.
Skidoo has escaped Mexico.
The Mexican skidoo. Oh, dear.
Oh, my goodness me. We'll catch you all next week.